GJ. Mates, ever heard a strange noise in the Aussie bush at night and wondered what was lurking in the shadows, or seen a mysterious light dancing on the horizon? Well, you might have just stumbled into one of Australia's fascinating urban legends. Today, we're diving deep into the weird, the wonderful, and the downright spooky tales that have been told around campfires and in pubs for generations. From mythical creatures to phantom trains, Australia's vast and ancient landscape is a perfect breeding ground for stories that blur the line between fact and fiction. So, grab a cuppa, get comfortable, and let's explore the legends that make Australia one of the most mysterious places on Earth. Trust me, you'll never look at a koala the same way again. Let us start with a creature that has haunted the waterways of this land for centuries. The Bunyip, rooted deep in indigenous Australian folklore. The Bunyip is a terrifying water monster said to inhabit swamps, billabongs, and rivers. Imagine you're camping by a quiet creek at night, and suddenly, a blood-curdling cry echoes through the darkness. That's the sound of the Bunyip. Descriptions of this beast are all over the place. Some say it looks like a giant, furry seal. Others describe it with the head of a crocodile and the body of a horse, or even with bird-like features and tusks. Back in the 19th century, European settlers were genuinely terrified. Newspapers were filled with reports of sightings, and farmers would blame the Bunyip for missing livestock. One of the most famous accounts involved a strange skull found in 1846, which some claimed was proof of the creature's existence. Although that skull later turned out to be a deformed animal, the legend persisted. Today, the Bunyip is less a source of fear and more a beloved icon of Australian folklore, a mysterious symbol of the untamed wilderness. But next time you're near a murky body of water down under, maybe keep an eye out. You never know what might be lurking just beneath the surface. Now, let's head out to the vast, lonely plains of the Queensland outback. Picture this. You're driving down a long, dark road. Nothing but endless scrubland on either side. Suddenly, you see a glowing orb of light in your rearview mirror. It seems to be following you, floating silently in the night sky. It hovers, it darts, and then, as quickly as it appeared, it vanishes. You've just encountered the Min Min lights. These mysterious lights have been reported for well over a century, and the stories are incredibly consistent. Witnesses describe them as fuzzy, bow-like lights that can be white, yellow, or ebon green. They seem to have an intelligence to them, sometimes approaching people out of curiosity, other times leading them astray. Some local legends say they are the spirits of lost children or ancestors watching over the land. Others believe they are mischievous entities trying to lure travelers off the beaten path. Of course, science has tried to explain them. Theories range from atmospheric phenomena like temperature inversions creating a mirage, to bioluminescent insects, or even just the reflections of distant car headlights. But none of these explanations fully capture the strangeness of the encounters. People report, for those who've seen them, the Min Min lights aren't just a trick of the light. They're a deeply eerie and unforgettable part of the outback's enduring mystery. From the outback, let's travel west to Perth, where a different kind of phantom haunts the landscape. This isn't a creature or a spirit, but something far more industrial. A ghost train. The legend of the ghost train of Perth tells of a spectral locomotive that appears at night, speeding along tracks where it has no right to be. Locals living near certain railway lines, particularly in areas with a history of tragic accidents, have reported hearing the phantom chugging of a steam engine or the mournful wail of a train whistle when no scheduled train is due. Some have even claimed to see its faint, ghostly lights cutting through the darkness, only for it to vanish into thin air. There are no passengers aboard this Phantom Express, just an eerie silence as it races towards an unknown destination. The stories are often linked to real-life railway disasters from the past, suggesting the train is a spectral replay of a tragic event, its ghostly crew and passengers forever trapped in their final journey. Whether it's the wind whistling through the tracks or something more supernatural, the idea of a phantom train thundering through the quiet suburbs of Perth is a chilling reminder of the ghosts of the industrial age that still linger in the modern world. Alright, now for a legend that's a little different. You've probably heard of Australia's dangerous animals. The snakes, the spiders, the sharks. But have you been warned about the most ferocious of them all, the drop bear? According to local experts, this is a carnivorous vampiric cousin of the koala. They're said to be larger, with sharp fangs and a taste for unsuspecting tourists. Their preferred hunting method. As the name suggests, they wait in the branches of eucalyptus trees and drop down onto their victims from above. It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? Except, it's completely made up. The drop bear is a classic Australian prank, a modern urban legend created purely to scare the daylights out of visitors. It's a testament to the Aussie sense of humor. You might even find locals giving you survival tips, like spreading Vegemite behind your ears or speaking in an Australian accent to fool the drop bears into thinking you one of them. The Australian Museum even has a very official-looking entry on them, complete with a scientific name, Tilarctosplum. It's all part of the fun, a playful way to poke fun at the country's reputation for having deadly critters. So if an Aussie warns you about drop bears, just play along and maybe check above your head, just in case. Finally, let's go beneath the bustling streets of one of Australia's biggest cities, Sydney. While tourists flock to the Opera House and Harbour Bridge, another world is said to exist right under their feet. A secret network of underground tunnels. The legends are elaborate and varied. Some say they were built by the military during colonial times as escape routes from the barracks. Others claim they were used for smuggling rum and other contraband, away from the prying eyes of the authorities. And, of course, where you have old, dark tunnels, you have ghost stories. Tales abound of eerie encounters in these subterranean passageways, of disembodied whispers, ghostly apparitions of convicts, or the spirits of those who met a grim end in the darkness. Now, there is some truth to these legends. A number of historic tunnels do exist under Sydney, from old railway lines to storm drains and military fortifications. Some, like the tunnels under St. James Station, are even open for ghost tours. But the legend really thrives on the idea of undiscovered passages, a secret map of hidden history waiting to be found. These stories fuel the imagination, suggesting that just below the surface of the modern city, forgotten secrets and restless spirits are still lurking. And there you have it, a journey through the strange and captivating world of Australian urban legends. From the ancient cries of the Bunyip to the modern prank of the drop bear, these stories are woven into the very fabric of the country. They reflect its history, its unique environment, its indigenous heritage, and its larrikin sense of humor. These tales do more than just send a shiver down your spine. They connect us to the landscape and to the generations of storytellers who came before us. They remind us that even in our modern, scientific world, there are still mysteries left to be explored, and that sometimes the best stories are the ones that can't be easily explained. What's your favorite Australian legend? Did I miss any good ones? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. Catch you in the next one.